Hey guys, I'm here. While I was out in Columbus for GalaxyCon over the weekend, we got a bunch of trailers that dropped, so we're just gonna go ahead and shotgun through a bunch of these. I got 5 lined up, 4 of which that dropped yesterday, and then one I think was Friday or Thursday when I was just swamped in getting things ready before I left that I just didn't get a chance to check it out. So a few other reactors have been having a lot of trouble trying to get some of these reactions up for the trailers that dropped over the weekend, and I'll do my best to try to get these up for you guys as unaltered as possible, but we may have to tweak a couple things just to kind of get around this BS system YouTube's got in place that these companies keep abusing, but let's see what happens. First one I wanted to start off with that I pulled up here is for Halo the Series Season 2. We have a first look trailer, and if you guys were not aware, we did actually react to this here on the channel. I did watch the entire first season. Definitely there was a lot of room to grow. I know there were some growing pains during the production. I know they've changed showrunners already, so I'm at least going to give Season 2 a chance to see where it goes from there, because there were definitely some things in Season 1 that definitely did not work for me, but let's see what we got to look at and look forward to going into Season 2. Here we go.
You deserve the truth.
Starting already with him without his helmet. Isn't he a zombie? That was where we left him. Oh, okay. The fall is coming. Dude.
Who makes this stand with us? Will not survive the day.
Damn.
For every moment that we hold the enemy at bay, more innocent people can escape. When they do, they will go forth.
Halsey.
Tell the story that you write today. You will be remembered.
Jesus. A jump scare, man. I will say though, the Covenant looked great in Season 1, and that Elite tearing through those guys looked great. Whoa. What the hell? Hey, maybe we'll get to the ring. I don't know, man. Honestly, the way things are going, I do want to go back. There was a shot I wanted to fall back on that caught me off guard. So we actually see the ring this time. You know, we saw in schematics alone in the first season towards the end. I don't know, maybe the first half will be, maybe even, hell, maybe in episode 2, I don't know, will be the fall of Reach. The Covenant coming to Reach, tracking down the signal, going there, and just laying waste. So if they hone in on the action, because that's where I think the show did really well, was giving us some like Halo feeling action, when the Covenant feel like a threat, when the Covenant are a presence, which is kind of a problem I had with Season 1, was it didn't feel like something that was an immediate threat most of the time. We have a couple of things going on. You know, the Chief was effectively dead at the end of Season 1, and his body, his corpse, was being puppeted by Cortana. That was where we were left. So he's walking around, helmet's off, so we're undoing that real quick. I'm very interested in that aspect. How are we gonna come back from that? I got away from my thought. If we are gonna do the fall of Reach, and then we are teasing the Halo yet again, I can't imagine in another, like, how many episodes was it? Was it 8 or 10? It was one of those kind of things. I don't remember exactly how many episodes it was, but, you know, it's one of those shorter into the spectrum kind of series. So, like, I can't imagine we'll spend any time really at all even on the ring. I feel like, you know, we got our build up, we got our setup. I imagine the bulk of the season will likely be figuring out some of the leftover pieces from the Season 1, resolving those, having the fall of Reach, and I guarantee it, we will probably not set foot on that ring until Season 3. Just looking at what we've got so far. But I found the frame that I wanted to pull up. The fuck is this? I call me crazy. Maybe this isn't Cortana, but we saw no other shot of her in this trailer at all. So am I to presume that they decided to redesign what she looks like? There's a couple of ways you could probably spin that in world to throw this out there as like a change or a redesign, but Cortana definitely, this is a new look, unless it's a different AI, and if it is, why even include it in the trailer? I'm perturbed about this, because as much shit as the other one got, I actually enjoyed that. But Jen Taylor's still on. We still have the original voice. I just don't understand the change here. Maybe it's just jarring because I got used to the first iteration. How are you guys feeling about this one? Very, very curious about this. Again, like I said, we got a new showrunner. We got a new whole team pretty much for season 2. So hopefully, I'm hoping against hope, the season 2 works a lot better for me. The second thing I wanted to pull up was going to be, we got a teaser trailer for season 4 of The Boys. We've reacted to season 2, season 3, because I wasn't doing show reactions and stuff like when the first season came out. So I do have I think I have a review for season 1. I can't remember if I even did a review on it or not. But I have reactions for season 2, season 3, The Boys Diabolical, and Gen V, which we just wrapped up, which was a lot of fun. And we'll be leading right into this. So we will be checking this one out on the channel. That is for sure. So let's go ahead and see what we got here.
Rome. Greece. All democracies fail. Because people are fucking stupid. But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint? The people will tear it apart themselves.
Oh, great. Yeah, dude. I have to imagine this season's going to be insane, man.
Be the one saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Noir. Yo! Whoa! Whoa! Jeffrey Dean, we finally got him, man.
To watch their balls crushed.
Whoa.
Your team. What's your code name again?
The Boys.
Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Dude. Oh, whoa. All right. You got me. You got me. That last shot of Homelander just covered in guts. What the fuck happened there? It looks like he's in an elevator. But yeah, a couple notable things other than Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We got the divide going on. That was set up. That's been baking in the background, especially throughout Gen V, as you see. Even the soup community is also divided on it. But yeah, tensions are definitely high. But Noir, someone is back in that suit. Interesting. Interesting. I'm curious what they'll do with that. Again, I don't know what that entails. I don't know if that's just to keep up appearances. It could very well just be some guy dressed up as him so that, you know, the public doesn't know that about what happened. Again, I'm not a comic reader here, so I'm not sure exactly what, if anything, that alludes to. I'm not familiar with any of these other ideas, characters. I'm not sure who Jeffrey Dean is playing. I'm just excited that he's freaking in this, man. I'm pretty excited. Gen V reinvigorated my excitement for The Boys. Because I'll be honest, as much as I enjoyed season 3, I did feel a little like it was meandering a little bit. After Gen V and this whole like virus thing and this whole other like background stuff that's going to be setting up where we're going next, it's actually got me really thirsty for this next season. So I'm excited that we got this when we did. Next thing I actually want to pull up, also from Amazon, we got a teaser trailer for the live action Fallout. I've never played a full Fallout game. I've put like 2 hours maybe into New Vegas, 4 hours into Fallout 4. I think the one, honestly, I played the most, and it was because I streamed it on Twitch for the beta, and that was Fallout 76, because that took place where I grew up. So, like, I knew where and have been to, if not all, but most of the locations that was featured there. The game itself, for better or for worse, was a little bit of a rough, definitely rough around the edges. And I never went back, to be honest, after the beta. I had even pre-ordered the game out of that pure excitement to support my home state and all that, and ended up never even installing it. I've talked about this many times, man. Open world games, like these types of games, it takes so much focus to keep me zeroed in. But this world has always fascinated me. So when they announced this, I was like, okay, maybe like many other things, this could be a good little gateway. Though I was worried about what they were going to do. Is this going to be an adaptation of one of the games? Is this going to be like set in the world? And thankfully we got our answer, and Todd Howard is involved into this. We got confirmation that this vault, this story, exists simultaneously alongside all the other games. It's a new location, new set of characters set within the world, so that's fun. All the promo stuff that's come out looks great. So I'm hoping this will be a fun gateway into this world, and we'll have a fun little story to check out. So let's check out the teaser trailer. And I believe this one's in California. Dude.
You need to go home.
Is that the Santa Monica Pier?
Dwellers are an endangered species. I do not think
Rad bug.
you'd be willing to do what it takes
Tumbleweed.
to survive up here.
Todd out.
If you insist on staying, then you
Yo!
will have to adapt.
I like. Oh my god. From the studio behind The Boys and free 2-day shipping. Wow. It's the Brotherhood, right? Dude. Oh! Hey! He's in Severance. Whoa. Whoa. Ugh. Walton Goggins. Wow. I mean, again, April 12th. Hell yeah, man. Like, there's some definitely, like, recognizable iconography throughout this that just looks to me as, like, let's say, like a novice to this universe that looks fucking great. And the fact that it's not going to try to rework any of the stories that have already been done has me less concerned going into this compared to some other video game adaptations that we've had. You know, it takes a little bit of that load off, because this series allows itself and allots itself that space to tell so many stories in this world without really stepping on any toes of the ones that have already been told. So I'm excited for this, man. I think it looks fantastic so far. So I'm hoping that beyond the teasers, the first looks and all that stuff, beyond the coat of paint, that it delivers on every other front as well. Next thing I wanted to check out is also something that I know a lot of people have been wanting me to look at. Now, I've never seen a single Mad Max, but I know this is a prequel. I think a prequel to a character that was introduced in Fury Road. That was the last one, right? That was kind of a reintroduction to the world, is my understanding. You know, it's disconnected from like the ones back in the day. Other than like the aesthetic and the wasteland grungy car maniacs, that's all I know is just really just the iconography. But we got a trailer for Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I think that character was Charlize Theron's character in Fury Road, if I remember right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know there's a character that was introduced in that was named Furiosa, and I think this is a prequel about the character. A lot of people wanted me to check this trailer out, so I'm going to check it out. So let's go ahead and pop it on.
Whatever you have to do. However long it takes. Promise me you'll find your way home. Furiosa. Give me this promise.
Oh, Anya. Okay. 45 years after the collapse, a young Furiosa is taken from her family. She will devote the rest of her life to finding her way home. This is her odyssey. So is Mad Max like the opposite of Waterworld?
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Whoa. Chris Hemsworth. Oh, that was him? I didn't even recognize him. Dude. Whoa. Whoa.
The darkest of angels.
The question is,
Whoa. What the hell?
Do you have it in you to make it epic?
Okay. Remember her. All right, that was an interesting trailer. I don't know how that stacks up to everything else. It definitely is a vibe. Like, it gives me, again, this predates it by a lot. This franchise predates it by a lot, but like, it gives me kind of, like, I referenced Waterworld, but that's not where I was going with that, but like Borderlands kind of vibes. So I wonder if like there was a lot of carryover inspiration into that from the over-the-top crazy looking characters and all that, and I would assume little like gangs and stuff that you formulate, tribes in these wastelands to try to survive. Like, the characters are so, just looking at them from a design perspective, they all stand out. I've been really wanting to check these out because I've heard nothing but great shit about Fury Road. I've heard some people say that it's better than even the original films. I've just been kind of wondering if I should give them all a try one of these days, and maybe around the time this comes out or leading up to it, maybe we could check those out. Would you guys be interested in me watching any of the Mad Max films, and is there a particular order, or are some canon, some not, or are they their own takes? And I don't know if like Fury Road is like a continuation or if it's like a reboot kind of thing. I'm not sure. And was there one or two original ones back in the day? I don't remember. Fill me in, educate me, and we'll see what happens with that. But we got one more trailer. We reacted to season 1, we'll be reacting to season 2, and that is House of the Dragon. We got a teaser trailer for season 2. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
The war be fought. Many will die. And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
There is no war so hateful to the gods. It's a war between kin.
Ooh.
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
I mean, is it really that bloody? I feel like most of that blood would get charred. Maybe that's just semantics. Dude. Hey, you flash me a dragon, you always get some points for me, but the thing that stood out with the first season was that along with those dragons was a lot of substance, a lot of really good solid writing. You know, not perfect. There was a couple of things I would have tweaked or changed around in the first season, but for the most part, man, it was night and day from the last thing that we got, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. The shot of those two dragons on the beach, man, and again, I know the spark notes, or not even the spark notes, because I've only read the actual main books for Game of Thrones. I've not read shit. Why am I blanking on this now? The name of it. The one this is based on. What is it? Fire and Blood? Fuck is it? I have the book. Yeah, Fire and Blood. I have it because I wanted to read it and then compare it to this, but I haven't had time to even start it to do that because I wanted to compare it as we were going along on the journey, and I've just not had the time. But we know, like, kind of how things end, you know? We get a glimpse of that or a taste of that with where the Targaryens are in the present during A Song of Ice and Fire and all of that. But what they've done is keeping all that so exciting and fresh. There's some things that they're doing that feels like maybe trying to retroactively set up what happened. That all aside, where everything ended up aside, the show was really good. It was really gripping, and I'm excited to see them flesh this world out because they blew me away. I was one of those people that didn't. I honestly, I didn't feel like I could get excited for another Game of Thrones project with how things concluded and all that. I wanted to check it out, namely because of Matt Smith and him playing a very different kind of character and stuff like that. So I was interested in seeing that aspect of it at least, and then everything else hooked me. So I'm on board, man. I want to see where this goes. I want to see how this cements itself in the chronicles of the world of Westeros. And yeah, man, I'm excited. But guys, what did you think of these trailers? I would love to know what you all thought. So sound off the comments and let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because I'd really appreciate it if you stick around because we're going to be pretty much reacting to most of the things that we covered here today. So that said, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, York Scott, Malito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake and Trail, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, Scythe, and JoJo. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.